Welcome to Business Tips with Michael Tobian. Today we're talking about operating your business from home. Learning how to work from home and manage your business remotely is becoming increasingly important, especially in 2020. It may or may not be a good fit for your business. All of my businesses are completely remote. My employees all work out of their homes, and it works great. But we have taken great care to make sure the situation works for everyone involved. And still, there are pros and cons to doing this working from home environment for us. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of turning your business into a remote office where you and your employees work from home. Both of the pros and cons can be significant, so you want to make sure that whatever you do works for your situation. Let's talk about the pros. Working from home, you'll have reduced expenses like rent and utilities. This may be the first thing that you've thought of. Reducing your office rent and expenses can be a significant cost saver. It may be more desirable for your employees. Working from home is usually a huge benefit for somebody who's looking for a job. People will often sacrifice pay or hours to work from home. It's convenient, it affects their familial and childcare situations in a positive way, and most people like to be home. Let's talk about the cons. There are distractions. This is probably the most significant issue. People have a hard time putting their business hat on at home and staying away from distractions like kids, pets, cleaning, and even watching TV or taking naps. If you or your employees are going to be working from home, you need to address this by setting work expectations or deadlines. You may need to shift to a results-oriented approach to job tasks. Keep in mind, though, that as you consider home distractions, there are also distractions at the office. Maybe as many distractions with chatty coworkers and social media and things like that. Another con is trust. If your employees are working from home, then you really need to limit the people you hire to people that you trust. It becomes an important factor. There are many more pros and cons that will be specific to your business. Some businesses may be benefited by a conference room to hold meetings. Some won't. Some businesses have a storefront for customers. Examine all the pros and cons of making this switch for your situation. If you decide to do it, here are some things that you're going to want to implement. The first one, cloud and remote operations. If people are working from home, then they will need to access all the company files that allow them to operate as efficiently as they can from their house. With my companies, everything we do is on the cloud. If we get any contracts that come in the mail, they're immediately scanned and put into cloud folders. We use a CRM, HubSpot in our case, but there's lots of CRMs, and our emails and folders and everything syncs up to the CRM. We even have an electronic signature software that works with our CRM, and we use QuickBooks Online. We have no need for papers at all. Many offices require people to work at an office location but offer the flexibility of working from home. This video is made in 2020 where the COVID-19 pandemic is everywhere, so many offices are having to do this. Regardless of how you operate though, going away from paper documents and toward cloud computing is really the direction everything is going. So you should probably look into making this shift anyway. All right, number 2, regular meetings and calls. As your office shifts to remote operations, consistent communication becomes very important. That's usually manifest in weekly Zoom meetings or telephone calls. Even if you feel like you don't really need to do short weekly Zoom meetings, it keeps people accountable for what is going on when they're working remotely. It makes it more obvious if someone's taking advantage of the distractions at home. And it's essential to keep people accountable for their work in these remote settings. Having an office manager or yourself or someone take notes in the meeting, particularly things that should be done that week to be followed up on next week or at your next meeting, becomes very important. Number 3, remote phone and email systems. Working from home presents a challenge in that when people call the office, they won't be able to get a hold of your employees without using their respective cell phones. There are software programs available that can assist with this. We use a software called Grasshopper. It's a remote phone system that forwards calls to each staff member based on the automated prompt or extension that's dialed. Our customers have no idea that they're calling people at their homes. We can even transfer people around and it will forward to their cell phones. Email is easy. You just need to make sure that you have the look and appearance of an office staff that's working together. The next one, client meeting solutions. Meeting with clients in your home is usually very unprofessional for most businesses. So if this is a big part of your business, you're going to need to address this issue. There are several shared conference room and office services that allow a co-op of businesses to schedule and use conference rooms when is needed. We don't use this with my business as much. I actually do have a small office with a boardroom that rarely gets used. We usually meet with clients at coffee shops or venues. That works for our industry. Doesn't work for every industry. It just depends on your business. Whatever processes you put in place for your navigation to a remote office environment, take some time to think about how to keep the professionalism and office culture that you want in your business. It may require more office get-togethers to keep people enjoying office camaraderie that comes with meeting in a physical location each day. With my business, we try to compensate for this deficiency by having regular get-togethers and excuses to keep friendships and communication strong through our company. Thanks for watching, and good luck with these efforts to use technology to turn your business into a remote office. As always, I'd love for you to subscribe and be the first to know about new videos that I've put out. Have a great day.